It's given me like a lot of opportunities, more than I think regular like school has.
My favorite part about it is that there's so many projects and things that you can put your own creative, twist on things.
Our projects, it's not like, oh, write an essay on this or do Google Slides. We have options, so it can take into consideration everybody. So if it's easier for them to do an essay than it is to do a Google Slides, then we can choose to do the essay.
We do a lot more group work now, which I like because you can ask your peers or whatever for suggestions.
We did a lot of projects, so we really had to learn pretty fast how to work with other people. So it built me up better as like a person collaborating with other people.
It challenges you. It's not easy, like it kind of just makes you step up a level and you're not comfortable doing it, so it just kind of makes you try a little bit harder.
I was so used to, and years before, just kind of sitting back and relaxing and getting like 100s on everything. And then 7th grade, I kind of got shocked, and I was like, oh man, I have like a D in English right now. That's not great. And so you really had to study more, and you really had to do a lot more to get good grades in your classes. So you really have to work on your Edgenuity quizzes to keep your grade up, and that was one thing that it took me a little bit to get used to.
Well, I feel like in the beginning I struggled a lot, like adjusting to the new way of learning, but after a while I kind of got used to it and I figured that it was actually a little bit better. Like I saw the positives of it and I found the good stuff out of it. Like I had more time to talk with my teachers about stuff I don't understand, and I had more time to get help on the stuff I need to be better and understand topics in class.
It kind of made me wake up and realize that everything in life just can't be kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the ride type thing. You actually have to work for a lot of it. It definitely made me realize that you actually have to take a lot of time and you have to work on your assignments or whatever you need to do. I actually worked really hard to accomplish what I really wanted to, like get to my goals for 7th grade.
It's not just the teacher teaching the same thing to every person. Like if someone needs help with dividing like fractions or whatever, and everyone else and other people need help with subtracting, they can do that personalized help, so not everyone learns how to do the same thing.
Like I'm really good in some subjects, so when the teacher would be like reteaching a lesson and be like, oh, I already know how to do this, now I have to do another worksheet. But now it's like, oh, I got it, so now I can move on. In this science unit, lesson 2 wasn't even due yet, and I was already done with lesson 5.
Face-to-face class this year, I find it much more enjoyable because you already learned the material, so whenever you're in face-to-face class, you can spend all that time with projects and all sorts of fun activities that you can do that you already know and you don't have to wait around to do them.
Edgenuity is kind of where we get the basic kind of main concept of what we're trying to learn, which is nice because then we don't have to sit in the classroom for an hour and listen to the teacher go on and on about the subject. We can go and work on what we need to, so if we bomb the lesson, we can go and remediate on that. But it definitely helps because you get a lot more of the content before you go into class.
The Ingenuity, they teach it and then we teach it to new one, so it gives me even more in depth on the subject that we're trying to learn about.
I like how we can work at our own pace. It's nice that I can work at my own pace and not have to wait for other people to be finished so I can work ahead.
We can work at whatever pace we really want to.
I can ask more questions and feel more expressed when I'm working at my own pace.
We get to pick the pace we work at in the lab, which is what I like. So sometimes if you fall a little bit far behind, it's easier to get caught up because you have the lab and you don't have to do it all on your own time. You can do it during school, and then you can get help caught up from the teachers.
If there's something that I really have mastered or something, then I can just go right past it. I don't have to wait for other people. And then also, if I'm struggling or something, then I don't have to keep going at the same rate. I can slow down a little bit.
There's a lot of concepts in math and formulas and stuff, and to have everybody learn all these concepts at their same time, it's just pieces of the puzzle, and people that are further up can help the people that are further back behind, and vice versa, whenever you have fresh content in your head. And whenever it all goes together, it makes it a lot easier to kind of bounce off of each other.
We have more individual things now, and it's more tailored, I think. And before it was more the whole class does one thing.
We have like lots of projects, and I feel like that prepares me for like if I were to go to college. Like there's a lot of public speaking stuff, and I feel like it kind of prepares you more. And there's a lot of like communicating, and I feel like that's important too in life.